And finally, we are back for part whatever this is of me getting potentially ripped off by an unscrupulous seller because they want to take the sign cards out of this and leave me with junk. This was Hololive Generation number 3. This was the one that most people would have said was probably opened up out of all the 3 trial decks that I had shown. And what is going on with this one is, just flip this over here. This trial deck has some creases right there. There's a crease right there. There's a little bit of a tear. It does also, if I can shine the light correctly onto this, see if I can get it here. It looks like there were fingernail marks right there, as you can see. There is more, again, they're probably coming from the bottom if they're going to be doing this. This has the tape torn, which means nothing because the other side here is okay. More than likely, this is damage from the actual shipping. This does happen. You saw a little bit of a tear on my DanMachi trial deck, so you can see it up here. Even though there was styrofoam above it, that styrofoam did not help out. Maybe it could have been worse without the styrofoam, but we are going to do this. This is it. So at this point, we haven't found any sort of fingerprints inside of the cards. We have found fingerprints on the plastic that holds the trial deck cards, but that could be explained by the actual people working at that place. So we're actually to cut this side. It's already pre-cut for me. That's convenience right there. So we're gonna cut that side out and we're going to open this up. I will do my best to enjoy these cards and not lose my focus this time. I will remember which card was the very last one and pull this out. So yes, everybody had a good anybody that was an unscrupulous seller had a good reason to, if you were going to open these from the bottom, open this for the different girls that are inside of here. Definitely one of the more expensive generations with their signature cards. You can see the positioning of this band is a little bit off center. Whether that always is the case or not, I don't know. I don't open up trial decks to say that being off center is a problem. And then let me just see if I can see anything. This trial deck overall looks fine. And I'm gonna just show all pieces of this to see if that's how that's supposed to be. Because I can imagine if you open enough of these, you probably put them correctly back into it. But there may be a chance that you mess up like I did and forget what you were doing. So as always, I'm going to put this on this plate off to the side just so you know that this was the one. Going to move this one as well off to the side here. And we're going to take this band off as nice as we can. Since someone already decided, since this is a little bit off center, I'm going to just go here. Just looking at the band itself. Great. So let's start yanking on this. I really hate this band. I wish they would go back to what they had before where it was all the way plastic wrapped and there was a peel away middle section, like it was already cut out. And then, yeah, because you're not going to be able to do that. I can't imagine that people have some of those machines. I guess if you want to make money, you might have that. If you want to get in the business of scamming people, maybe you have one of those. I don't know. But that was back in the day. We are far from that point when they actually did that. So what I'm going to do this time around, so I don't mess this up, I'm going to pull this card, which is our Rushia. That'd be crazy if that was a signature. But I pulled the Rushia out here. This is the one we are going to check the back of. So that one is going to be down. And we're going to just take a quick look at this. Wow. Wow, I do love this gen. There is, if you play Girls Band Party for Bang Dream, there is going to be I thought it was a collaboration with Hololive coming up. I had to think about this. I know they did one with D4DJ, but they might be doing one for Hololive. I thought that's what I saw. Because people are like, oh my god, my diamonds, or whatever the currency is, and my money, my wallet, all that good stuff. Oh, there's my wife. So we got these. We got Flair. Maureen. I just remember when Maureen was being taught by Coco about how to say I'm horny. That was a fun time. Yes? My wife is staring at me. She just came home as I talk about how I'm horny. I'm not horny. That's what the girl got taught by Coco, our lovely Gen 4 lady that is no longer with us, but she is still on VTubing, which I'm very happy about because she's awesome. Anyways, I really love these. If you didn't see Cardfight Vanguard, the new set coming out, it's Lyrical Monastery. I'm definitely butchering that, but they have a lot of panda cards coming out. Looks really, really cool. We got Noel. I think one of my favorites is Noel out of this gen. There's just a lot of great people in Gen 4. Not to say that any gen is better than another. It's just my personal preference, right? I'm trying to grab these from the top this time, just so that if there is anything here, oh my god, Noel. This would be your sign card if in here as well. Yeah, that's some nice art there we got going on, and we got Rushia. I know people were really sad about her graduation, but you know what? Life happens in that way. I'm not saying it was good if it was bad. Things happen. We all make mistakes, and we move on. We grow, right? So, Rushia. I love it. I love these cards. They're so good. And this is a really, really nice trial deck to actually open and play with. What is going to be our foil, huh? What triple rare? This would just be lovely if there was no triple rare in here. Like if someone actually just took it out. That'd be great. That would work out a lot for this video to prove that someone opened this sucker, but I doubt that will happen. And here we are, we see all the same people, and we got Pekora. So that is our triple rare of this actual trial deck. We did not get a sign card, which, remember with Hololive, there were no actual, you always got a triple rare, which made this all the more difficult to figure out. So here you are, all the last of the cards. Oh, Noel. So I do have more of these trial decks, obviously in display format, not just these loose formats because of what could happen. So let me just find 4 cards to actually use for this. And which 4? We're gonna use a Rushia Climax. Put you here, Rushia. And then I need another 4. I guess we're doing Rushia. It's Rushia Day. Which remind me, if anybody watches WWE, that remind me as I was saying that it's a Rusev Day. Rusev Day. Anybody out there? So it's a Rushia Day. We're gonna go with these 3. So we're gonna put these off to the side here. So all this going off to the side. We're gonna move this stack of cards. But in the end, this has been very enlightening to me about how packaging matters. Packaging really matters. It's a lot of companies put a lot of effort into, you know, making holographic kind of logos, clear plastic, stickers that go over it. I really wish there would be more of an authentic sticker that ends up on these, that if you peel away that sticker, you could just easily tell that it's been tampered with. Really needs that. This is lacking. I mean, Bushy Road. As for a company, I love what they do. They just need to clean up some little loopholes here, like the promo packs that they give out to stores, and the stores end up selling them. They need to clean up these trial decks. I know people do certain things for the efficiency, for money savings, and all of that, but there needs to just be clean this up a little bit, and we're good. We're solid. You're gonna have a nice kind of trading card game. Sometimes you can't skimp. This is one of those areas that you definitely can't skimp. Okay, let me just clean all this up. I think that's good. We're gonna shake you off. And we're gonna hit the lights. We're back to this again, hitting lights. What we got? I don't think I see a thing. No fingerprints, no fingerprints. Oh, there you go. No fingerprints. Let me just hit that bottom again. And it is like a black spot. Yes, this is a lot of powder we dropping on this thing. Okay. Let me just clean that part up. But when you gotta know, you gotta know. I remember when I was telling my sister that I was going to do something like this, she was like, what? That's kind of nuts. Yeah, it's one of those ones where this is why it's nice to have a reliable seller, having a LGS. I would love to actually have an LGS, especially one that's close, but you know, not crazy in price either. So I've heard you have had people tell me that some of these places sell booster box in the 80s, 85s, trial decks in the 25s. It's kind of nuts. And I get there's a profit margin that needs to be hit, and they provide a nice local safe place to play at. But you know, there is a limit. I know people have a limit, especially in, like, let's say recession time, right? Whether we're in a recession or not, people can only or want to pay so much money. So our Rushia card, no fingerprint. No fingerprint at all. And we're going to check the sides here. I don't think we're going to find any fingerprints. So this is always something that was going to bother me, because the fingerprint only works if they don't wear gloves. And it could just be our imagination, our collective imagination. That's why I wanted to make that video with everybody looking at these cards, or these trial decks, because I wanted your thoughts. Am I crazy? Am I not crazy? If you got these, what would you think? And a lot of the times when we get trial decks, especially the ones back in the day when the tape is broken and all that, no one knew what to really make out of it without actually seeing it. So hopefully this is a little bit of awareness. Whether we get this in the end, whether we find something, to always check your bottoms. And if you can, buy locally and buy from someone trusted. And trust is a hard definition when it comes to buying this product, because there's so many people out there. There's so many people that say, I vouch for this person, but do they really know this person? Do they really? I don't know. I mean, I can't say for sure. Like, if they really know this person, they might have bought from them, had a good experience, but the good experience doesn't happen for everybody. Not everybody's pulling sign cards, right? I should not have put all three of these on here. Okay, close enough. Okay. Let me suck this up. Let's see what we got. What do we got here? Hold on. This again. No, I don't see anything. I just wanted to make sure, because there was like that clumping, and it was really weird that it like really picked that card up. Like, it actually, when I dropped it down here, it actually picked that card up. Maybe there's just so much powder on there that it was able to just suck it up. But no, I don't see anything that's happening on these cards. So that it was funny, because out of all the responses I got out of this, I think there was only one person that said all three of them are not of any issue. Right? Can you imagine that? Like, everybody that guessed that, there was only one person that said, you know, it looks fine. Looks completely fine. And I know this person opens a lot of product. So maybe you're just used to seeing that. So we'll put you three over here. Let's see what we got on our plastic. I almost feel like we don't have to do this, but we are already here. We are going to take a look and see what we got. And okay, let me get this. Actually, I do my band first, right? Let me do my band. I wonder how long long it actually takes to use up all this powder, because I've dusted a few things today, but this 1 ounce jar kind of lasts forever. Or for the normal people out there like myself that's not going to be doing this very often after this video. I can't imagine how long it takes to use this powder, because I don't know how I'm going to apply this to the rest of my life. I guess I could leave my cards out and see if anybody touches them. Like in my house, someone comes by, a guest. I could be like, don't touch my drawer, and remove the fingerprints off, and see if they actually touched my drawer when they leave. I guess I could do that. Outside of that, I don't know how else I apply this in my daily life. Actually, I wouldn't want to apply this in my daily life. Geez, that'd be like a life of paranoia. Right? Can you imagine that? I hope I don't have to do this ever again. Okay, anyways. Going back to this band. My Cheeto-y band. I don't see anything. Oh, this one looks clean. Like the other ones where... The other bands where it kind of looked like there was a circular like pattern going on. This one straight up clean, you know, just nothing that screams out to me that it looks kind of scammy. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna do our playmat. Well, not the playmat itself. Obviously, you don't need to do that. Let me just do the back of this thing, the front of this thing, do all of this thing. My wife puts up with a lot, man. I've been opening so much product. You should see this table behind me. You can't see it. It's kind of dark. There's just cards freaking everywhere. It's so easy to open. Just so hard to put away. And here we are. Gonna do that. Do this. Blast that. Okay. Nada. Which is expected because we didn't see any on the others. Let me do this back side. So what did you learn from all this? That you'd be like, Big B is really paranoid, or there's just something missing, right? Something missing from Weiss Schwarz, and that is like complete confidence in it. It's one of those I've always back a year ago, I made these videos about like what I saw as problems in Weiss Schwarz, or what people had questions on. So it was like it dealt a lot with mapping, dead boxes, you know, guaranteed drop rates, people selling playsets. It's just there's a lot going on, and since then, not really much has actually changed on that. People, online sellers versus local game stores and all of that, margins, and just not really much has changed. It's pretty amazing that a year's gone by, but I will say I'm happy that the attitudes of people have changed since. Ooh, I don't need that. I need this. That people are a little bit more open-minded. We've grown since then. Yeah, no, this is good, which makes sense because that's how it has been. And lastly, we're just gonna take a look at this. I would imagine it's odd, right? You know, it's odd that maybe I got lucky. The original DanMachi that came from a display case, it had no fingerprints on the actual. It's really weird. Had no fingerprints on the actual trial deck plastic. This thing that I'm doing right now, but the last two actually did have stuff on it. So maybe I just got that person that wore gloves, and it's always in the same place. This one's in the same place, that really top center. Oh, there's a fingerprint there. That is definitely fingerprint. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, I really wish I knew. Wish somebody that was at that factory could tell me like what's happening here, because if I'm not getting it on the playmat, but I'm seeing it on the actual outer layer here, like what does that really mean to me? Are they wearing gloves? They're not wearing gloves? Thanks. Are people opening this and then realizing they should put on gloves? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's just stuff here. Like, you see it at the top. You see it at this corner this time. Like, the top left corner. So it's not even in the same place. I mean, I don't know if workers, you would really do it in the same place. Maybe your hand hurt and you just did it on the other side. But whatever the case, there is definitely stuff that happens to these plastic containers. So one more time, we're gonna do this side, and yeah, just odd that display of DanMachi. I wish I could do more of these, just to see. Like, if it's like a 50-50 split that people want to wear gloves and not. If I was working at that factory, what would I do? If I didn't have to wear gloves, I wouldn't wear gloves. I probably will say that. I wouldn't wear gloves. But I would expect more things to actually have stuff on it. Okay, wiped. Okay. Done. Suck you up. Okay. Got you. Light time. The front did get a little jumbled up there. I can see it right now. Looked like that last one. Yep, top corner. And it matches. It's like the same side over here. That was open. Like, the finger is definitely touched there. Touch the middle. Like, if I went to close this, how would I do it? I feel like if I properly went to close this, yeah? Like, I would do, you know, one of the sides, middle. I would do all three. And then I would touch down here. Down towards there, down towards there. These fingerprints make sense there just because you're holding it, you're gripping this thing. And this middle section has always been a problem, but yeah, the front, it's just, yeah, here's one off to the side. I guess maybe they closed it here from the side. Oh. Yeah, too much over analyzing of a piece of plastic. All I know, really, I'm gonna do a conclusion video of it. You can really think about what you want to think about these this trial deck here. This is the one that most people said was going to be the issue. Whether or not you think this was an issue, I don't know. I don't know where my head lands in after all this. All I know is this is very hard. This is very hard. We'll just finish it up in a conclusion video, okay? But thanks for sticking with me through this. Hopefully it's been a little bit entertaining, and if not, then don't let me know that. I really appreciate all of you, seriously. No matter what happens, it is a blast to do these kind of videos. To learn all the different things about it, to help people out. Hopefully you don't get scammed in the future, and make sure you look at the bottoms, okay? As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one. Yeah, I'm tired. I've been making these videos all day. See ya!